and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to be here with you. As you can see, we have a short kind of week on transactions. I have not been spending the last couple days, mainly because we're getting ready to travel and I am using up what's in my freezer and my refrigerator to just go ahead and use up that food and not buy new or stock up on any more groceries. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Also, I was said today, the 12th, which is what today is, I was going to close out the budget, which I am. But I also put a no spend sticker here on the 13th. This is a travel day for us. So this week's weekly check-in is going to be from the 7th to the 12th. And today is the 12th, so I'm going to go ahead and film today. I know I'm not going to spend anything because, like I said, we were using what's in our refrigerator and our freezer before we travel and go out of town. I went ahead and put a no spend sticker on Thursday as well when I normally do my weekly check-in, but I'll be traveling and on the road, and everything we will purchase that day will come out of our vacation fund, so it will not come out of the budget, and that's how I keep it separated. I will just pay our credit card that all our spending goes on, including our vacation spending, and I will track our vacation spending elsewhere in my planner, which I have this handy sheet I added in. All I did was cut into these little cut right here along the spiral and then popped in an extra sheet of paper whenever I needed to, and I have this spending tracker for travel. I kind of started one when we went out of town for Mother's Day weekend, and then this is our Chesapeake vacation, and I'm going to just put the total and description, and I have 4 columns for that, and then I can just start here and just listing them as I go, and then I know what I'm paying the credit card in this spending tracker, just so that it doesn't get confused with our regular budget, which is back here. Here's my weekly check-in, and here's where I keep my transactions for the weekly check-in. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here. You're kind of coming in the middle of a busy season and things like that, but you will see the budget, you will see accurate numbers, and you will know exactly what's going on in my day-to-day life. So I hope you enjoyed that. But this is where I'm at right now, and we're going to go ahead and go through a few things. I'm still trying to figure out one of my purchases with this unbudgeted. Unbudgeted for me, which is the yellow. I have 2 transactions. One I've already paid for, which is why it's got a check mark, but then one I haven't paid for yet. And I'm trying to decide if that's going to be vacation fund or not vacation fund. Let me know in the comments. I know it's kind of crazy. If you've ever heard of Buc-ee's, it's as big, I guess it's a beaver, I don't know, character for this oversized gas station, convenience, and shopping center. It's got like 3,000 square foot of shopping. It's ridiculous. And 121 pumps. And it is outside Richmond, Kentucky. So I know they have, I think, one in Sevierville, Tennessee. Anyways, they're popping up everywhere. Just look up Buc-ee's, BUC-EE''S. That you'll find several locations, and it's a big deal. I mean, people just love this place, and I can see why. It's got a lot of great stuff, and I bought baby blankets there. It's not your typical place to get gas. It's a travel center, and it's got great stuff in it, and I've bought baby clothes, I've bought t-shirts for myself, I've bought everything but gasoline there. So, but a friend of mine is having a baby, and I just heard about it. It's gonna be a little girl, and I bought a baby bath towel set, two towels with the little hoods on them, and then a baby blanket. And then for her sister, I got this little bean weighted lamb. It was so cute, little fluffy lamb, and that lamb is something you can actually microwave because it's the same materials as you would get in those long tube socks that you would microwave and then put around your neck for warmth and like for sore muscles and stuff. And you can give it a warm hug. It's kind of cute, and I just couldn't resist getting it, so I got it. It's so funny. But I don't know if I should do this as part of the vacation fund because this is a gift. I don't have a gift category. I haven't quite figured it out. So either that or it comes out of the buffer of the checking account, which I have no buffer right now, which is why I'm keeping track of my spending over here. So all the charges you're going to see over here, I'm going to keep the total week to week over here because I won't have enough disposable income until later in the month, like Paycheck 3, which is here, to cover everything. And as long as I don't spend outside the norm, I should be fine and I can get it paid off by the end of the month. But I had so many bills at the front of the month that it took up all the cash, and I want to make sure all the bills were paid for, which I did do. I did make sure all of these bills up until here, the 12th, they've all been paid for. Well, I should say all of these bills here up until the 6th were paid for already. And here's the 12th. I do need to include the water bill. Well, no, I don't. I've already got that paid out of the checking account. So I need to pay this. And I think I already paid that. So this HP Insta Ink is the only one I haven't paid out of the bills on my credit card that went to the credit card. And I think I'm just going to leave it on there until I build up more bills to pay, and that'll be fine. It's just a really odd month for me when you put everything on the credit card and then pay it off every week, just because of how the paydays fell. Anyways, let's move on and get into the numbers. So I need a piece of paper. Okay, I found my notepad. I usually pre-plan all this, and I haven't done that yet because, well, I've been busy. So let's do this together. All right, so one thing I always do when I am setting up this notepad for my spending categories and to share with you guys to track, I start with grocery household, and it looks like I have none on this page. Let's see, and I have one over here, and that was $184 for grocery household. This is where I went into the store, and I really need to quit going inside the store. I really do, because I spend more when I go inside. It's just ridiculous. My next category is the restaurants. I always do them in the same order so I can look for them easier. Restaurants, we had Papa John's for $33.89. And then the next day, my husband and I went out to dinner for Casa Fiesta, $42.95. I think that was it. Yes. All right, so there's that. And then miscellaneous. So let's see, what did I get in miscellaneous? My husband and my son went fishing, and they went to the cane pole and picked up worms. I know it's a random item, but yeah, where else are you going to put it on a category? And what's this $13.20? I'm trying to remember. Oh, I bought a book of stamps. It's $13.20 now. I couldn't believe it. It used to be $12. Now it's $13.20. I can't remember when I last bought stamps, but I only need to buy them usually once a year. And since we've moved to Kentucky from Virginia, I actually mail my water bill in, and so I use a stamp at least once a month now. So I might be getting stamps more frequently because of that. And then I have gasoline, which is $55.66. So I got gas at the gas station by my house, and then drove to Buc-ee's, which is a gas station, to buy. Well, my son wanted to go to Buc-ee's. They have excellent food, apparently, and when we go, we always get sandwiches. And I got, I think, a fried chicken sandwich. My son got a pulled pork sandwich, and my husband got the brisket, and it's really good. They have great jerky and all the stuff there for you to eat, and desserts and stuff. So we grabbed some sandwiches and then brought them home after I did a little bit of shopping and stuff. So that was part of that. But I'm not going to include that as restaurant because this is like a special trip, and my son really wanted to go. So that's the only reason we went to Buc-ee's, and I'm glad we did because, you know, but I just thought it was funny. I filled up with gas before I went to a gas station. I don't know. It tickled me when I thought of it. So gas, and then copay which is anything medical. I did have to pay my copay for a doctor visit a month and a half ago. Finally processed. It took forever for $24 and unbudgeted. I'm only going to write this Buc-ee's because the other one's already paid for. $123.87 because I haven't decided, and I can always decide later to pay it with the budget or with the vacation fund, but I can wait until next week to do that because right now I just don't know what to do because the gift is actually for a friend we're going to visit while we're on vacation. So I don't know. All right, so let's go ahead and total up all of these things. I've written down, make sure I got everything. I've got the Meijer here, and I've got Papa John's and Casa Fiesta here, and then I got Cane Pole and the stamps, and then the gasoline, the copay. Oh, I have another copay. It was 99 cents. My son had a prescription that was 99 cents, which was nice. He gets Claritin as a prescription, and our insurance covers it. And so, but he gets like 99 cents a month or something like that for a prescription. There we go. And so I got that one and Buc-ee's. I got those two. Yep. Okay, so that's everything. No spend yesterday or today. I don't have anything I need to spend, so I'm just going to slide this off to the side here, and we will do the totals. Calculator. There we go. And let's total this up. So I know how much grocery household is together. Restaurants is $33.89 plus $42.95. And that gives us $76.84. All right, and then $13.20 plus the $4, and that gives us $17.20. Gas is already totaled. $24.99 for copay, and then unbudgeted. So not a lot of math to do today, but that's okay. I don't know why I'm getting rid of that. Let's see. So now what I can do, and then bills, I usually put bills, but I'm not paying any of this just yet. I'm still waiting for the paychecks to come, and that way I know I have the money to cover it. Because if you watch my paycheck one, I'm negative by $500, and that would be out of the spending categories. And so I have to wait until the end of the month to make sure all the paychecks can cover everything. And if you see my monthly budget, it says it does cover everything, but I kind of have to wait. So $635 for bills. That was the only one that hasn't been paid. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Yeah, $635 is the only one we haven't done yet. It is paid in the sense that it was paid on the credit card, but I still have to pay the credit card back. Editing Lisa here. I forgot to add this before I closed the video. I didn't even finish my weekly check-in. It's so silly. Okay, so I have all my numbers. I know what I want to keep an eye on for week 3, and this is the budget coming back from our vacation. But I'll hide this for a second. I didn't total these up. I didn't add up what we have as far as what I owe the credit card. So I'm just going to let it sit on there. I did get a question I answered. I don't know if I should be concerned or not, but I keep saying that I'm going to leave the charges of the spending on the credit card and then get to it at the end of the month. I put on my credit card on average about $4,000. That includes bills and spending every month. And because I pay it off every week, and because I pay way more than minimum, and it's within the same calendar month if I'm doing it this way, I don't get an interest charge. I have not gotten an interest charge in almost 3 years. I don't know the specifics of how many days you have a grace period before they start charging interest once there's a balance left on. last year in 2022, I remember we were moving from one house, and we bought this house in August of last year. We were selling our old house in about this time, June, July, and I actually put $14,000 on the credit card because we didn't have any charges really on it. We were paying it off weekly like I am now. But we went ahead and paid for the windows so we could so we could sell the house, because they didn't want any liens or anything, or be left anything hanging over them as far as buying the house. We said we'd pay for the windows, but we were financing them at the time, and we were like, you know what, forget it. If this is a big deal breaker for you, then we'll just go ahead and pay for the windows now, because what we were going to do is, once the house sold, was to pay the credit card back anyway. And we never got, and that was like $14,000, we never got charged for the purchase of the windows of our old house. And it was every window in the house that we were switched out, or we're going to have a switch out. I haven't even seen them because it took so long to get the windows there. We had already sold the house and moved, and it still was 2 or 3 months later before it actually, showed up. So yeah, I just know if I keep paying weekly and paying it off, if I have to carry a balance over. Sorry, my son's walking around upstairs. So if you hear creak, 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 that's him. As long as I keep paying off the spending and I'm not leaving too much on, I'm not going to get an interest charge. I would literally have to sit and read what our credit union, and the rules are different from bank to bank and credit card to credit card. So I would have to read it closely to figure out for sure why I'm not getting charged interest. I just don't think I'd leave it on there long enough, and I'm paying so much on it every month that it just kind of keeps that paying interest at bay. So anyway, let's go ahead and total up this and see where we're at as far as what I'm going to leave on the credit card and how much I will owe in total for the 2 weeks that I have left spending on the credit card. So let's go ahead and total this up. Okay, so oops, I forgot one more thing. There we go. So total to credit card is $488.91. Yep, that's what I wrote here. So what I'm doing is every week I'm tracking the spending that's left on here. I left the one bill on here. It was $6.35. I didn't want to go and just make a $6.35 payment. If I had more bills, actual bills to pay, then this is more of a subscription. This $6.35, it's HP Instant Ink. It can wait. It can wait until next time. So I'm hoping after I do Paycheck 2, which is the next video after this one, I can make a decision on how much I'm going to be adding to the credit card to kind of reduce these numbers. But right now, as it stands, I have this $488.91 plus this $739.12, and that's $1,200 or $1,228.03 total that I owe the credit card. But I'm still putting, like, I put over $900 on it last week for the bills, and I've made other payments anytime I had a GalaxyCon purchase here and here, and I need to mark savings. That's where it's paid from. That's why I kind of skipped over that. There were 2 new autographs I wanted to get, and one is, not autographs, photo ops. I only prepay for photo ops, and if you see my GalaxyCon video, budget video, you'll see that, we're going to see quite a few people, and it's going to cost a pretty penny. So, but one thing I do every year is I do the prepay for the photo ops. It's just easier than paying for it there and getting it in advance. They might sell out of photo ops. So this way I don't miss out on the photo ops, but I can always walk up to the tables and pay and get through the lines that way. So, and if you don't know what GalaxyCon is, it's where we go and meet celebrities and meet and greets and stuff like that. I have some pictures here. So we're going to see like Christopher Lloyd, Vincent D'Onofrio, John Delancey, Mae Whitman. These are just the people we're going to see. Most of these are for my son, Richard Dreyfuss. My husband wants an autograph from him. Just characters and things that my son grew up with. He loves Mario, he loves Tails and Sonic, and some anime stuff, and I don't know any of these. And then he likes wrestlers and just all kinds of, oh, that's my niece. So anyways, those are just a small handful. To the two new ones that signed up, I don't have a picture of. The voice of Scooby-Doo and Fred in the Scooby-Doo series. He also did Transformers and things like that. And then, oh shoot, I should know who the other one is. Oh, Charles Martinet, who is the Mario. I went ahead. I wasn't going to do a professional photo op, but then changed my mind after I saw Fred Wilker and was like, okay, Frank Wilker. That's who we're going to see. Oh, gosh. Yeah, this is the guy. So we're going to see him, and we're going to see the Charles Martinet that I showed you a minute ago, who had Mario on him. Is one of the original voices of Mario. So there we go. That is, but these are already paid for out of a vacation fund that I saved the money from that, mainly from the sale of the house. We didn't really like save. We just knew we would spend money this summer and put money away, and this is where the money's coming from. So these two unbudgeted, paid for, nothing to worry about. This is the one I got to keep in mind I haven't paid for yet, so I'm assuming it's coming out of the budget of the checking account, and it's going to be included in this number because I still have to pay for it. Unless I change my mind, you know, and pay out of the vacation fund because it was a gift for somebody on vacation. I've talked to my husband. Maybe he can help me out. I don't know. So now back to the end of the video. Let's go ahead and go to the weekly check-in and see how much over budget I am in certain categories, such as grocery household. Definitely over here. I think that's why I stopped shopping, because I knew I was going to be over, and we need to eat up what we had in the pantry and in the refrigerator and freezer and all that stuff. So 184 there. Restaurants, we were under, so it kind of compensates for what we spent in groceries. And then miscellaneous, we did really good there, which is good because Sarah Marie Stickers is about to drop her new releases. I think I'm up to August. This will be September's releases. I always love September. And then I'm going to put this $123.87 unbudgeted. I have not checked off my notes yet because I haven't paid it, and that's what I use that notes section for. You can use it for other things, but that's what I use it for. So let's go ahead and find my red pen. 147.77 minus 184, and that gives me a negative 36.23. And I'm going to do these two week 2 and 3 combined. This is just week 2 totals. I'm going to add the 300 to reduce that for next week, which should help that we're on vacation, because any grocery household that first for that week, essentially until we get back, will come out of the, what do you call it? Vacation fund. So $263.77. So when we get back, I have enough money for groceries for the week, and that's good. Restaurants. Even though I went over budget here, I did reduce it to compensate for that. 119 minus 119.54 minus 76.84. And that gives me 42.70. All right. And then 111.41 minus 17.20. All right, so that gives me 94.21, which will help a lot. And then obviously I went over here by a whole $123.87. If I total these two together, plus 40, 70, It actually kind of compensates for that, but I don't know if I'm going to have that left over because I like to do each category and move forward from there. So restaurants at $42.70 and I'm adding $120. So that's $162.70. And then $94.21 plus $120. All right, so miscellaneous, I'm doing really good. $214.21. I do have shirts I want to buy for myself and do a little shopping. And then I also have Sara Marie stickers. So I'm really going to have to navigate Sara Marie stickers carefully and maybe push it out a little bit and wait until after this month to buy them. But I like buying them when they go first on sale, like right away, so I can have them. I can get them in my planners and ready to go. So I don't know. I have to think about that one. Unbudgeted. Always start with $0. And I will decide how I pay that later because I have no idea what I want to do just yet. I'm sure it'll come to me soon, but we'll have to wait and see. But that is the weekly check-in. This is the negatives that I have. This is where I went over budget and what I had left available. It was not good, but not bad. I'm still having to pay for it later. It's just, where's the money coming from? So yeah. And then when I get back from being out of town for a few days, this will be what I have for all the categories I keep an eye on that I have for my spending. And yeah, I think that would be pretty good. I probably won't go too far over budget with any of these when I get back. I'm going to be very busy when I get back. I do know that. It's a little bit crazy going on in summer. So yeah, there you go. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.
I'm looking up from my window. Sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone on my pillow. I don't make a sound when I shut the door.